So welcome to another Tuesday with Teaching and Learning. I'm here with Dr. Michelle Golden, also one of our digital vanguards at Jackson County High. And she is also one of the most innovative teachers I've seen in her use of technology to really expand upon learning and content and curriculum. So thank you for having us.
Thanks for being here.
So tell us about your summer project, first of all.
Okay, so I had my students, we actually pared back our summer reading assignment a little bit this year because in the past they've done a lot of journals and written responses to their summer reading over the summer. I had a lot of feedback from students that it really interfered with their taking time off. However, it is important that students stay reading. So over the summer I just told students they had to read 3 books, and I encouraged them to choose one American literature book, one nonfiction, and one fiction. So they had to read 3 books over the summer, and that was all they knew, just that they had to read 3 books. So a couple weeks into the school year, we had our summer reading assessment, which instead of having them write yet another essay, I had them create Google websites for their summer reading books.
Oh, I thought, okay, finally, that we didn't have to do an essay. It was a lot better than just, 3 hours of just typing on the computer. And I thought it was a really neat way of using technology rather than, just using the computers to type a long essay.
One of the things I liked was that they had to create a sort of a splash page in the front that synthesized the 2 books together. So they had to have one page that somehow represented both books, and then they could do individual pages for each book, and they presented some of the traditional, there was a summary section about the author, but I also pushed them to move past just here's a summary of this book I read into higher level. Why do you think the author wrote this book aside from entertainment? There's probably a deeper reason.
Oh yes.
So they use the website as a vehicle to do analysis, but I sort of tricked them into it because they also were getting to create a website, and some of them had never done that before, and they thought it was like a safe environment in which to create their first website. I did sort of a how-to step-by-step instruction to guide them into creating that during class time. And we had a few days in class to work together on it, and then I sort of set them free, and some of them really ran with it and made them really creative.
Yes, I think I learned more because you didn't just have to include writing, but you could choose, in one part I drew a little picture, and you could include other links or other books you like, and connections. That was a big thing, that you can just include more doing a website rather than an essay.
I think doing this kind of, different, online project is a lot better than doing a traditional essay or a book report, because it really allows you to organize your ideas in a better fashion, and it really helps you organize them in your brain and just lay them out as you want them to.
So tell us, continuing on with some innovations that you've been doing, a podcast project. So how does this work into what you're doing?
Yes, so the students that I'm doing the podcast project with are AP Lang students, and part of our curriculum is knowing what's going on in the world outside yourself. So being sort of an informed citizen.
Amazing.
So yes, I know, I love it. So I have students listening to podcasts that I sort of curated and selected. They're all podcasts done by NPR because they could access them on the NPR One app for free or through different podcast services. And just having them all come from NPR ensured that I had some control over the consistency and the production quality of them. So they all chose a podcast that they have to listen to for 4 weeks sequentially. So they listen to 1 episode a week for 4 weeks of the same podcast.
Nice.
So they're getting, and they, after listening to it, they do a discussion board post on Canvas, and they reply to 2 peers. So they're having a little back and forth on the discussion board on Canvas. And then at the end of the assignment, they're going to be asked to write about the arc of the 4 episodes. So they have to think about each one individually while they're writing the discussion board posts, but then when they write about it at the end, they're going to be talking about the sort of the reasons behind the podcast, themes that they see coming out across the episodes. And then they're also going to be creating their own podcast.
Oh, that's so exciting.
But they don't know yet.
Oh, we won't say a word. So all the other teachers at Jackson County High, don't say anything, but also ELA teachers across the district. This is Dr. Golden, and she's amazing. So please reach out to her. Thank you for being so innovative and just thinking beyond the content, but also really helping them understand how that's embedded in the real world.
Thank you for the Chromebooks that
Oh,
help
you're
us
so
do
welcome.
this.
You're so